Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a what I eat in a day to lose 10 pounds. I lost 10 pounds over the course of a month and 2 weeks. It may seem small, but girl, it's not easy. So if you would like to see what I ate, then keep watching. If you need more details on what exactly I ate, how different days are, like is Monday the same as Tuesday? Are you doing the same thing throughout the week? Stay tuned to the end of the video after all the meals, and I will go into much more detail on what exactly I did, how exactly I went about it, my workouts, and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and make some breakfast.
Okay, guys, you know what they say. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I don't care what you're doing. Do not skip breakfast, especially if you're trying to get a slim, thick physique. Girl, you got to be eating your meals. I always do at least 2 to 3 eggs, and then I do egg whites. But today I'm doing 2 eggs and then half a cup of egg whites. Depending on, like, if it's leg day or something, I'll do 3 eggs and then half a cup. While I'm prepping my eggs, I boil my water for my oatmeal. I don't really measure how much water is in there. And then I do 2/3 a cup of oatmeal, and I boil that in for a little bit, and then I'll add half a cup of milk. I use this reduced fat Fairlife milk because it's super clean ingredients, and you know, all those like oat milks and all those other milks, they just are filled with so many bad things when you read that ingredients thing. And this one is the cleanest that I could find, and it's also not that expensive either. This is such a simple breakfast, but it's going to keep you really full. Like, I just love oatmeal and eggs. I add blueberries on top of my oatmeals, but you can do apples, you can do cinnamon, you can do anything you want because it's just so versatile and it's so delicious. I also do some honey. Now we're going to scramble my eggs. I added some olive oil, and I always add spinach when I'm scrambling my eggs because, girl, if you want a snatched stomach, you're going to eat your greens. And I'm going to tell you again, you're going to eat your greens because if you want that snatched stomach, you're going to eat your greens. I added black pepper, garlic powder, and some Himalayan salt, and then I sprinkled some Tabasco on my eggs. And when I tell you you're going to be full until it's time for lunch, this is super easy, quick, and simple, especially for those days when you're in a rush. So moving on to lunch, I'm going to show y'all 2 different recipe options because healthy is not boring, and I wanted to give y'all a little bit of variety. So for the first lunch option, this one is going to be sweet potato nacho fries. This was so freaking good, y'all. Oh my God, like delicious. I'm just thinking about it right now and it's just so good. The sweet potatoes, I'm cutting them fry style, and then I'm gonna go ham with this olive oil because it's 0 calorie and I wanted my fries super crispy. So I'm just going crazy with this. I seasoned it with Himalayan salt, garlic powder, and black pepper, and then I threw it in the air fryer. While the sweet potatoes are in the air fryer, we're going to make our cream sauce. I'm going to use this Siggi's plain Greek yogurt, super clean ingredients and high in protein. For the pico, we're going to use onions, Roma tomato. I also have avocado for the cream sauce, black beans to go on top of the nachos, a jalapeno for the cream sauce, cilantro for the cream sauce, and then half a lime for the pico de gallo, and then the Roma tomato for the pico de gallo as well. And then I just chopped up all those ingredients. And then what went into the blender was the jalapeno, some cilantro, some lime juice, the Greek yogurt, and the avocado, and then I blended it up. You can always tweak these ingredients. You don't have to use jalapeno if you don't want it spicy. You can even use more jalapenos if you want it spicier. But this is just what works for me and what I like. But it is super light and healthy and delicious. It also is just bringing variety to what you're eating so you don't have to eat the same old plain recipes. So once we've chopped our veggies, it's time to make our cream sauce. I'm using about half a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm adding the cilantro, the jalapenos, half of an avocado, and then the lime juice. And then you blend until creamy. I have a cheap blender and I need to get a better blender. So if y'all have any blender recommendations, please leave it in the comment section below. But once everything is done, it's time to put everything together. So I sprinkle some of the sauce on top of the sweet potatoes. This sauce was so fire, y'all. I really want y'all to try it. Like, changing from sour cream to Greek yogurt is just a game changer because it's so similar in taste. You don't feel like you're missing out on anything. I then add my black beans, my pico de gallo, and it's done. You can also add meat if you like. Like I mentioned earlier, I have a second lunch option. Maybe you're not a sweet potato person, I don't know. But with the same ingredients that I used last time, I'm gonna make a quinoa bowl. I used about 1/4 of a cup of quinoa, 4 ounces of chicken breast, some romaine lettuce, pico, some of those black beans, and then that same sauce. So if you don't want to make sweet potatoes, you can still make that sauce. It's super delicious. It's giving like homemade chipotle. It's so good.
We're about to make dinner. Chicken cilantro wontons from Trader Joe's, and these are like so low calorie. You can have 4 wontons for 50 calories. So I'm about to do like 4, 8, 12, 16, and that's 200 calories. Like, skinny. Trader Joe's be having the low calorie gems. Don't sleep. So let's make them.
I love a good Asian cuisine, and luckily Asian dishes tend to be super low in calories, just like these wontons. So I added about a tablespoon of oil. Once the oil heated up, I then added my wontons, and then I let them get a little bit golden. Some were a little burnt, you'll see later on, and then I flipped them over when they were done. Most of the meals I've shown you are super quick and easy, like they don't take much time, especially if you meal prep like the quinoa and the chicken breasts. I meal prep those one day out of the week so that whenever I want to make something, it's already ready for me. These wontons were super quick and easy. All I got to do is heat up some oil. Super low in calorie, and they were delicious, y'all. So I hope this recipes really do help you guys know how easy it is to be healthy.
On apple tea, I have my chopsticks. Let's give it a taste. It's about to burn my mouth. I have soy sauce here. Look at this gorgeous golden color. So I hope you guys enjoyed those meals, and feel free to switch it up wherever you want. So losing weight is already super hard as is. It is a difficult task. There is stubborn fat. You have the foods that you're eating, the weights that you're lifting, all of that. There's so many different factors with weight loss. It is super hard. These are the things that I did to help me lose weight. The first thing that I would say is super important is carb cycling. So I want to be a slim, thick girly. We already know that. Okay, I love the curves. I want to keep my curves, but I still want that super tight snatch stomach. Like I want my stomach to be non-existent. Okay, and that is really hard when you want to keep your legs super juicy and big. But one thing that I noticed that really helps is carb cycling. Carb cycling is when you are literally cycling the days that you're eating the carbs. I only want to eat carbs on leg days. And why that is because after a heavy lift, your body is craving for carbs and protein. So I make sure that after that heavy lift, my lunch and my dinner is super filled with protein and carbs. So like protein pasta, chicken breast, fishes, rice, beans, quinoa, all of that, you name it. I'll make sure to have my lunch and my dinner both with carbs. On non-leg days, those are the days that I'm not gonna have carbs. I'm gonna be eating more greens, more salads, less carbs. Maybe I'll have carbs for breakfast and lunch, no for carbs for dinner. Or maybe just carbs for breakfast, no carbs for lunch and dinner. But my non-leg days are really my days to eat super skinny, like we're skinny, okay? And this just really helps because your body is going to morph because you're eating carbs on that leg day. I know people like to say it's not true where the food is going to go. If you're working a certain part of your body and then you eat a certain way, you'll notice a difference. But yeah, I highly suggest if you want super thick thighs but a small tiny waist to carb cycle. Don't just be eating the same every day. You definitely need to morph how you're eating. The next thing, since we're on it, is greens. Greens are so important, especially if you want a flat stomach. I don't care who you are, you need to be eating your greens. It's gonna help your abs be super defined. It's gonna help you slim faster, and it's also helping you and healing your body. I love spinach in my eggs, like I showed y'all earlier in the video. I like to have like salads, kale salads. I like to do romaine bowls, lettuce wraps, like I mentioned before. And I love to just include those greens. I've never personally tried the greens powders, so I can't say if they work or not. Don't ask me about the greens powders. I have no idea. Maybe one day I'll try it and I'll let y'all know. The next thing that I do to make sure that I'm losing weight is my water. And before, I used to be like, bodybuilders don't even drink water before they go and show their body and physique. So why should I drink water? I don't need water. And so 2 weeks in my like weight loss, for real, like strict weight loss journey, I was really not drinking my water. Like I maybe had one of these a day, which is only 3 bottles of water. That is so bad, right? But I was like, what's the difference? It's not really gonna make a difference, girl. One day I actually did like 2, and when I tell you there was such a big difference in what my body looked like, but also how much I was peeing, but also how much I was pooing. Your body is releasing toxins through that. It's really, really good. But I also suggest if you are drinking like a lot of water, you also need to drink electrolytes. I use the Elements. Those are really good. People say they're really salty, but it's just not giving salty to me. But only if you're drinking a lot of water, because your body is losing a lot of nutrients through that, and that will replenish you. When I do 2 of these, that's about, so I'll do like 3 and 3. And then I'll do like 1 bottle for my workout. So that's about 112 ounces of water. A gallon is 128 ounces. So really, I'm only 1 bottle away from a gallon. It's just that I'm trying, okay? It's hard, y'all. I'm trying. We're gonna get to that 1 more bottle, but that's what I'm doing. And honestly, it makes a humongous difference. I highly suggest that. Another tip that I will recommend to help with your weight loss goals and journey is peppermint tea in the mornings or at night. This really helps with your bowel movements and digestion, and also with your bloating. It really eases that bloating. Sometimes peppermint tea isn't enough, so I like to do my cookbook concoction. And if you want a cookbook, it's at tassyfit.com, where I give you some more ingredients on how to boost that peppermint tea. But peppermint tea can be okay. Some days it's just not enough for me, and I need to add my little concoction to make it really go down, you know what I'm saying? But peppermint tea is a lifesaver. It really decreases that bloating, because you know, you can be really bloated and it just is really uncomfortable. You don't look good when you're bloated, and when you don't look good, you don't feel good. And so that really helps, especially during my period. Lastly, fasted cardio is, I would say, my favorite thing to do. If you can't do it fasted cardio, meaning like you haven't eaten yet and you go do some cardio before you work out, I like to do mine only on upper body days, because on leg days, if I do cardio before a leg day, girl, I'm not doing that leg day. Like, forget it, I'm going home. Fasted cardio before like upper body days, and I like that because I want a slim upper body. So I'm not really trying to build muscle up here. So I'll do my fasted cardio, then I'll lift some weights, and we're just losing weight over here, okay? Like, period. On leg days, if I really want to snatch up and I want to do some cardio, I'll do it after the workout. So at least 15 to 30 minutes of weightlifting, and then I'll do the cardio after. This really does make a difference. Cardio just shreds that fat, it slims you up, but you also need to combine it with weightlifting. You can't just do cardio alone, especially if you do want a slim, thick, curvy body. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you tuning in. I really hope this helps, and I really hope that you learned something from this. The meals you can replace and do whatever you want to do. Sometimes I'll do like a smoothie, a protein shake. Sometimes I'll do the eggs and the oatmeal. Sometimes I'll do turkey bacon with the eggs and the oatmeal. It really just depends on what I'm feeling. I really do stick to that eggs, oatmeal. Sometimes I'll boil them, scramble them, like I mentioned earlier in the video. Lunch varies. I can do the pastas, the lettuce wraps, tuna. There's so many healthy options out there, guys, and I don't want you to get discouraged. I don't want you to feel like you can't go and eat Chick-fil-A, or you can't do this, or you can't do that. You can always go get a bag of chips. You can always go get some ice cream. You can always eat out and pig out. But you can't always lose weight. And I really feel like if you really want to lose weight and just get your body back on track, set aside 2 months. It will fly by. It's already the middle of February. Set aside 2 months of just strict focus. You're focusing on your goals. You're focusing on your body. You're focusing on your health. You want better for yourself. Don't listen to the people who are like, if you want ice cream, have it. They are your enemies, and they don't want to see you win. Use this as motivation. Every time you feel like giving up, come to this video and watch it again and again and again, because I really believe that everyone can do this and can accomplish their goals. If you learned something, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye, guys.